What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Prophet Gaming, and today we're taking a look at the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare beta. Now in this video I'm just going to be giving you some class ideas, how I like to play, and some tips for the upcoming second weekend. Now I have been playing this weekend. I haven't created much content because I've just been taking the time to play the game, get a feel of it, because this is a game that I'm quite looking forward to, not only because we're getting Modern Warfare remastered, but I'm actually looking forward to Infinite Warfare itself. I feel that it's a big step up from Black Ops 3, and I'll be giving some of the reasons why I feel that in this video, along with, like I said, a few class setups, what I think the best rigs are, how to run them, and just some general tips and tricks for the Xbox One players and the PS4 players for next weekend. Now, starting off, I'm going to be giving some suggestion of some rigs. Now, for me, the two best rigs you can pick are the Warfighter and the Merc. The Warfighter is just a real good general, all-around, just great character. You can pretty much do everything with him. He's like a jack of all trades, master of none type character. So if you're coming into the beta, I would definitely suggest starting off with Warfighter, getting a feel of the game, of the mechanics, of the movement system, everything. Get a feel with that with Warfighter. But when you're ready, start using Merc. Now, Merc to me he's amazing. He has one of his traits, I'm not sure what it's called exactly, but the trait allows you to basically have more ammo, start with more ammo, and it's just fantastic. If you're someone like me who absolutely just drills through ammo, Merc is the actual character I play the most. His weapon, I guess, is his payload, sorry, is the Steel Dragon launcher, weird energy weapon thing. It's absolutely amazing. It can take up to, I think it's 3 targets at a time, up to a certain range, and it just melts them. It's like the EM1, I think it was, from Advanced Warfare, but on steroids. Really, really good character. I highly suggest for anyone. Now, with classes, in this gameplay you are going to see a couple of the classes, but the two classes I want to hit on the most are involving the FHR-40 and the Karma 45, which are the remakes of the P90 and the Vector. Now, these two guns are insane. They are personally my two favourite guns in the beta, and probably two of the strongest weapons in the beta. The ARs seem fairly weak this year, so do the LMGs. Sniping is okay. With the EBR 800, it's interesting because you have that option to swap in and out of sniper and auto rifle. So I don't know, sniping's a bit hit and miss for me this year, but SMGs are definitely a strong contender this year. So the two classes I'm going to be suggesting can be used on any of the variants of the Karma 45 or FHR 40. I only have the counterbalance, and I'm not sure what I have on the Karma 45, but the FHR 40 counterbalance, really good weapon. Definitely should suggest checking it. I definitely would suggest checking it out. The Karma 45, on the other hand, it just melts. It's just a melting machine. It can melt at range as well. It's just amazing. Highly suggest check it out. So the first class we're going to take a look at for the FHR 40. Now on the FHR 40, I'm running red dot grip, extended mag, and the rifled barrel. Now, I'm running the rifle barrel to get a little extra bit of range, counting that it has got a very high rate of fire and is intended for close quarters. I don't expect to be shooting at range often, but the weapon can be handled at range. You do need to be careful and sometimes burst fire, but it is possible. With perks, you want to look at either going you want to look at going blind eye and dexterity, momentum and pinpoint, or scrap blind eye and go dexterity, momentum and pinpoint, and that will give you the option to run the rifled barrel. So it's kind of, do you want rifled barrel or do you want blind eye? I personally think blind eye is a very, very good perk to have. With the amount of wardens I've seen called in and of UAVs and stuff like that, blind eye really is like a saviour at times. Now, you can run a lethal if you want to. I run a lethal in the beta. I probably won't in the full game. I don't normally, but that's everything in this video is subject to change. So I guess these are only just suggestions, but definitely consider trying them out. Next, we have the Karma 45. Now, again, the Karma 45 is the Vector, and it's just amazing. It's an absolute animal. It can melt at range, it can melt at close quarters. I mean, you can see in the footage, it just tears. It just absolutely tears through enemies at God knows what rate. So the class for the Karma 45 is Quick Draw, Grip, and I haven't got it on this image, but I've been trying out with extended mags, and I don't really think you need it if you're going to be using the Merc class. If you're going to be using Warfighter, then definitely consider using extended mags, but if you're going to be using Merc, you really don't need it. Same perks as the FHR 40, and again, you can run a lethal if you want to. I am, but everything is subject to change. Now, that's it for classes. General overview of the game so far, I love it. I mean, I love Black Ops 3, but there was something about it. It just felt like you were like a poncy, fairy, butterfly thing flying around the screen. In Infinite Warfare, you actually have some bulk to you. I know some people saying it feels clunky, and I could see why, but I think it's just the fact that your character has some bulk and you don't move as fast, you're a lot slower. And to me, I love that because it actually encourages a lot more boots on the ground engagement when you're in corridor situations. You don't get people jumping up like all over the place like you do in Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3. You get a lot more, like I said, boots on the ground, down to earth, I guess, combat. Gunplay is amazing. The combat is just brilliant. Kill time's fairly quick. I don't know if I like the kill time. I definitely don't hate it, but it's something that I'm very hit and miss on, because it sometimes feels that I could be shooting at someone for like 2 seconds, and the next one I can take them down in half a second, and they both have full health. So for me, kill time's very hit and miss. I definitely think there may be some issues with ghost bullets. If anyone plays Destiny, they'll definitely know what I mean by ghost bullets and stuff. But yeah, that's it for the video. That's my overview of the game. I hope you guys do intend on playing it, and I hope to see you out in the beta.